What's up, boys? So, wanted to make a video about, I guess, rejection or things not working out the way you wanted to. So, y'all know I've been trying to find a wife or a partner in crime. And the last months, I've really been trying to push it, give it some more effort. And now I've been getting rejected. So I've been dealing with that more now. It's definitely a new emotion or feeling that I haven't felt that much before, because I never really went out there and tried to get rejected. Yeah, it sucks, you prepare yourself, try to put yourself in a situation where you feel like you are confident, or you feel like you're strong and ready, but God has other plans for you, and it sucks. It just sucks. And, you're going to be sad and you're going to be down, but, you make a plan and God laughs. And only God will make the way righteous. So, yeah, I asked this one girl on a coffee. That backfired. That didn't work out. She wasn't ready to be exclusive or follow down the path of commitment and a deep relationship. Messaged another girl. We actually started talking, like we sent big paragraphs. One and one, and then I sent one back, and then she completely ignored me, didn't open it, but still views my stories and likes my reels. So I guess she got a boyfriend and didn't want to tell me. I don't know. So that was kind of weird. Then I messaged these other two girls on Instagram. I thought they were kind of cool, but I got left on red. No, I didn't even get left on red. They did it in a way that they didn't even open it, but I know that they read it. And then the one girl even unfollowed me. Weird, but I guess I'm not her type. Which is okay. Looking back at it, I don't think she would have been the right one. The other girls, yeah, they just didn't even open it. They don't even know I exist, or they saw it and had no interest. But then yesterday, I'm actually mainly sad about 2 days ago. I went to this awesome event, this car show, and it was my favorite car brand, and it was a collaboration with Red Bull, my favorite drink. And I didn't even go there looking for anybody. I just went because I got invited by the DJ. It was a VIP party, and we got invited, so it's like I was on the list, which was sick. I've never had an experience like that where I was on a VIP list, and the party was invite only. So I was even in the DJ booth, and the place just smelled like money. It just smelled like money. A shot of tequila was $11.50. So, yeah, but then I saw this one girl, and I was like, who is that? Who is that? And she really stood out to me. And then later on, I kept looking for her low-key throughout the night. Never saw her again. But then I was walking with my sister. I was like, look, that's that girl I was talking about. So me and my sister, she immediately speaks to her, kind of like vets her if she has a boyfriend or what she's doing there. And the girl's like, yeah, you can approach me. He can talk to me. So I approach her, we talk, and it was actually a nice talk. It was a really, really nice talk. And I felt like we connected, and she was the type of girl I was looking for. Christian, cute and kind of like I imagined my wife to be, even just like aesthetically wise. She just seemed to be like, wow, isn't it weird I'm at this car show that I got invited to, and like I wasn't, usually when I go out I'm kind of looking, but at that event I wasn't. I was just trying to chill, have a good time, support the DJ. But yeah, I asked her, and we connected on basically all the things I shortly asked her at the bar. But the bar sucks. It's loud and it was cramped and she was with her friends. And I was like, so I was just like, bam, 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 bam. Wow, can I have your number? Want to go on a date? Yes, 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 yes. So then I texted her. And at first I thought I was going to get no reply, because it took over 6 or 7 hours for her to reply. But yeah, she said she thought long about it and she just got out of a long relationship. And she really enjoyed meeting me. And she's sorry. And yeah, she just thinks it's not right for her right now. So I can take that however I want. You know, that could be a gentle no. That could be I don't like you, so I'm just gonna write a nice lie to you. I don't know what it could be. But to be honest, some people ignore you. You know, they pretend like they never saw it. Other people, they read it and ignore you. She could have just iced me. I would have never known if I had the wrong number, right? So, but she did reply. And it was a kind, decent, genuine reply. So I told her I appreciate it. It did suck. But I said, ma'am, totally understand. Don't worry about it. If you do end up changing your mind, you have my number. God bless. How was that? So, this is, like I said, guys. I don't know what video it was. I think it was No is No, but you cannot lose yourself in imagination. You cannot wish for anything. You cannot dream about anything. You cannot manifest anything. Because you set your body, your energy, your chemistry up in a way that you're expecting something to happen how you want it to. And when it doesn't work out, you're upset. Of course, you're always going to do that, I feel like, you know, preparing, planning, getting excited. And of course, if it doesn't turn out, you can be sad and upset about it. But then there is that line of obsession. How much are you dreaming of it? How much are you putting into imagination? How much are you trying to manifest this thing? Because the more you do it, your brain doesn't really know what's true or false. It doesn't really know what's real life and what's your deepest imagination. So the more you do that, the more you're going to let down when it doesn't happen. And that's what God keeps saying. He's like, do not plan, do not, you know, whatever man thinks is right might lead him down to death. Only God makes it righteous. Or, you know, you plan your walk, but he plans your steps. And it's not a rejection, it's a redirection, which is also a pretty cool saying. And I don't know, I think I've grown as a person. I never would have really directly interacted. Like, I think it's been my best interaction I had with a new girl I've met since, you know, I started my whole personal development journey. So I think I'm ready. I think I put my foot forward. I said what I had to say. I know who I am. I know what I want. If I would have gone on the date, I would have been as direct as I am. You know, I'm not going there to ask about her favorite color or what kind of food she likes. No, I would jump straight into family, kids, religion, politics, tell her who I am, what I'm going to do in my life. I'm an outdoors person. I want 4 kids. I'm very direct. Can you handle that? Are you open-minded? What are your opinions like? And what's your personality like? So, of course, you can't ask everything and you don't know truly who that person is at the end of the day, but you need to get those big questions out of the way as best as you can. If you spend 2-3 dates, 2-3 months, years talking about nonsense, irrelevant garbage, you know, you're going to get yourself in some big trouble. So, yeah. And after I drink, I wasn't drunk. I'm also very proud of myself, you know. God says do not get drunk. So I did not get drunk. So that's actually pretty nice. So, who's that guy? Is he coming to me or is he going to the garbage can? I think he's going to the garbage can. Interesting. Anyway. Yeah, so... What did I say? Yeah, do not get drunk. So I got a little tipsy, which I think God thinks is okay because he drinks wine as well. But a leader may not get drunk because it damages his decision making. And I'm so glad I didn't get drunk. I'm so glad I don't smoke weed anymore. I was clear-headed. I was focused. I presented myself in the best way that I could have. And I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. Very, 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 very happy with that. So... But it still sucks. Because she was probably the prettiest girl I've seen in a lot of years. Very gorgeous. Like, stunning. But, yeah. Anyway, I gotta work. And I can't provide for a girl anyway, so don't have money. Still working on my business. Don't have any funds. And if I'm going to be waiting for marriage, then I can't let a girl wait 4 or 5 years to have children until I have my stuff together. No. I need to have my stuff together. I need to be ready. I need to be able to give her the life that she wants, a mother, without making her wait. Because I don't have my stuff together. So I need to get my stuff together, my life. And I think that's exactly why God didn't give it to me. Because God gives you that what you are ready for. And everyone he has a different plan for. And I definitely know that he has some sort of vision for me. Because lots of things are changing in my life. Things are adjusting, growing. I'm on a mission. I feel it in my bones. And yeah, my business isn't where it should be. And a girl would throw that off track. Because I'm a romantic guy. I'm also I have a very obsessive personality. I get obsessive about the things that I like. And you guys notice that in my videos. I'm just obsessive about certain things. Which can be very, very good. But can also be like chains. And very bad and lead me straight down to death. So, but knowing that, right, having that awareness of who you are, I know I'm going to be a little sad, but in a week it's going to be like it never happened. So, and I told her if she does change her mind, and if she did interact in the same loving way that I think we did, then she might change her mind. Because if she is Christian, and she is 26, yeah, you don't got too much time on the giving birth spectrum, because the girl's got a ticking time clock, and after 30 it's just downhill for the ladies. But yeah, if I find a girl who would be 26, my age, and then I would probably have to marry her after a year, because then she's 27. And then if we want to have 4 kids, I can't let her wait 3 years until she's 29. And then like, okay, let's have kids. It would have to be pretty fast. And I also hate dating. I don't understand dating. You know, what are you dating for? Like, get married? Or does it really take 4 years to get to know someone? Like, at 4 years, you should really know who this person is and if you want to be with them. If it's not, then it's just like, you guys buddies? Like, sex buddies? What's the plan here? What's the objective? Hanging out? And then when, after 4 or 5 years, something you don't like is weird, now you just dip? And that sucks for the chicks. Because they get their... I meet so many girls in deep relationships where they're like, my guy doesn't give me kids. You guys know where my frustration comes from, right? You have these girls, pretty, young, getting older, who want children, and their dudes just don't want it. And then the girl's so deep invested, it's 4 years of her life with this dude. And it's like you don't want to leave that. Because you're also scared, will I find someone new? Is he going to change his mind? We have memories together. I love this guy. We've been through so much. We live together. Our parents know each other. I know his siblings. I know his grandma. But then she sits there all alone in the bar, talking to my sister or me, saying, yeah, my boyfriend doesn't give me kids. And you hear it in the sadness of their voice. In that point, you just want to go up to the boyfriend and slap him in the face. You know? Egotistical guy. Only driven by his own desires, which is sex and having a safe, warm cuddle buddy. But during the day, he wants to be a free man, not tied down by children. Also wants to spend all his money maybe on PlayStation games. So, absolute fool. If you want to have sex, just go pay for a hooker or whatever. Don't waste this girl's life. Yeah. Get rid of the girlfriend. You'll save way more money. You'll have even more free time, more money, more space, more freedom. And then if you want sex, you just go to some hoe in the bar, or you go on an app, you know, Tinder, sex app or whatever, and or just get a hooker, and then you have that pleasure. But taking a genuine girl, a soul, and just leaving her hanging there, that's sad. That's disrespectful, man. You should be extremely ashamed of yourself. And if you're doing that right now, that's unfair, man. That's really unfair. And you should really check yourself. Because it seems like you're the only one benefiting. Because I don't think she is so in love with your sex game that she's staying. No, she wants children, bro. Anyway, I want a relationship because I want to be a dad, and I want to be a husband, and I want to have a partner. I'm a hopeless romantic. I just do romantic stuff, but my business isn't where it should be. I am not creating the change in the world that I should. Not enough reach. The masses aren't hearing what I have to say. And what I have to say is the Lord's name. So, of course, he's not going to reward me for nothing. So, rejection is redirection. You ricocheted off to a different location. Also, the no that you received might also be a blessing and a saving. Maybe she's a psycho. Maybe not. Probably not. She seemed pretty awesome. But I'm just going to say that so that I feel better. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, it's tough. Especially to find someone for me. I'm a handful. I got a lot of personality to me. So finding a girl that's okay with that and is ready for my very controversial, hardcore opinions and directness is going to be tough. But the one who can't handle it isn't the one for me. And I need to accept that. And I'm not going to change myself. And I'm not going to pretend like I'm somebody else. So, in my illusion, it would have been nice. Meeting my wife at a Porsche event. Wow. Would have been awesome. But there's many, 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 many beautiful women. Many, many beautiful Christians out there. Many girls that want to be a mother. And yeah, I don't know if God wants me to just chill back and relax or if he wants me to try harder. But I don't even know what trying harder is. I'm not going to go out there on purpose hunting, because it just doesn't work. You need to live your life. You know, if opportunities present themselves, like an event or an opportunity where you get out of the house, accept it, and make the best out of it. Don't be searching. But if you're at a place and there's this beautiful girl, then you just gotta say hi, which is tough, because your body really rejects it, because you don't want to embarrass yourself, you don't want rejection. But it's practice, you know. The first one really stung. The second one, I was like, I ate. The third one, I ate. Fourth one, I ate. It gets better. It still sucks. But the more you try, the more no's you get, the easier the no's get. But maybe things will change, and you'll guys hear it on this channel anyway, so. Got lots coming. It's 8 a.m. So I'm gonna go home, make my bed. Drove my sister to work this morning at 6:30. And I'm home. Gonna clean up and get to work. I also get paid today from my little side job, my dog walking. That should be $475. $375. Something. And for the first time, I'm going to start donating 10% of my income. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 10% of everything that I earn starting from this paycheck on forever. And I will donate it to promoting Christ, or giving it to people who I think deserve it, like a generous tip, buying something for someone if I think they need it, you know, like buying someone a meal that is on the street. Just giving it away, giving it to my church. But I need to take 10% and give it to the community. Or donate it to a charity that I like, but I'm going to get into the habit of taking 10% and giving it away. And I think it's also a lesson of letting go and being okay with less, because you're going to spend it at a store anyway. You're going to buy some junk. You're going to buy some consumerism stuff. So just take 10%, give it away. And even if you didn't earn those 10%, you would survive anyway. So I've been borderline broke my whole life. And it's like you just make it. You just survive. There's always a way. So giving 10% to the church, the community, or other people who are also struggling, if everyone did that, I think we'd have a way better place. So, world. Yeah. Alright guys, I'm gonna hit it. Keep your head up. Rejection is redirection. Rejection is redirection. You're ricocheting to the position that God wants you to be at. Stop manifesting. Stop dreaming. I know you want to. I know it's awesome. I know it's what you want to do. But no. Don't do it. Stay blessed, guys. Stay blessed.